Guys, have you seen the announcement of SSS? They are already accepting USDT or crypto payments. That simply means that Philippines is already adapting to the digital world. When actually, sa ibang countries, maraming mga establishments and mga businesses na nag-a-accept na ng crypto payments. And now, cryptocurrency is becoming the mainstream. Nung pandemic, grabe yung mga identity theft. And the good thing about cryptocurrency, personal data mo is not stored sa centralized hub, which means there's no way na magkaroon ng breach or makuha yung mga personal information mo. However, there are a lot of things na kailangan i-consider since kapag nagbayad ka using cryptocurrency, there's no way for them to verify or even refund yung payment mo kasi irreversible siya. And marami pang kailangan i-adapt ang Philippines, especially sa mga taxes implications. Because cryptocurrency is considered as an asset. And definitely, assets are subject to tax. So let's see ano magiging response ng Pilipinas when it comes to this adaptation in the new evolving digital world. Again, you don't need to trade. Kailangan mo lang aralin because you'll never know. Baka eventually, this would be the new payment gateway to every transaction, not just locally but also internationally. Aralin nyo lang, wala namang mawawala, diba? But on the other hand, crypto is still extremely risky. Though maraming mga cryptocurrency fans na alam nila na ang cryptocurrency is immune from the inflation and the government cannot manipulate the value of cryptocurrency. Like lagi ko ang tinuturo sa mga fundamental analysis lessons namin na ang Bangko Sentral ang nagre-regulate ng inflation. When there's a threat for hyperinflation, tinataas ng Bangko Sentral ang mga interest rates sa mga bangko. For example, time deposit, government securities, or whatever na pwede mong pag-investan ng pera. And also, tinataasan nila yung mga interest rate for loans. And the ultimate reason bakit tinataas ng Bangko Sentral yung mga interest rate because ina-encourage tayo ng Bangko Sentral na ilagay natin yung pera natin sa bangko para mabawasan ang circulation ng pera sa market. And through that, makakontrol nila yung pag-akyat ng inflation. So, mababawasan yung risk na magkaroon ng hyperinflation. Same with recession. Pag sobrang bumaba naman yung inflation, magkakaroon ng threat of recession. So, ang gagawin ng Bangko Sentral, bababaan nila yung interest ng mga loans para ma-encourage tayo na mag-loan, para makapag-start tayo ng business, makabili tayo ng bahay, maka-expand tayo na whatever, makabili tayo ng sasakyan. So, yung pera, mag-circulate around the market, aakyat ulit yung inflation, mababalanse na siya. And through that, naman manipulate ng Bangko Sentral yung inflation. And sa cryptocurrency, hindi nila magagawa yun. So, let's see ano yung mga possible actions ng ating gobyerno regarding this matter. But again, aral muna. Mas lamang ka kapag may alam ka.